In today's video, Khabib mentioned that Ilia Topuria could get a title shot against Islam Makhachev, but there's one condition.
Shut up and train.
Coach Javier Mendez shares his thoughts on Topuria moving up to 155. Meanwhile, Colby Covington is catching heat from the MMA crowd over his comments about the fight. He said he was just getting into the flow and thought it was tied 1-1 before he started taking control.
I think it was tied up 1-1, and I was starting to wear on him. I could see him breathing out of his mouth. I was starting to catch him on more shots.
Covington also went live on Twitch a couple of hours ago to answer questions from fans.
Someone asked Atlas Jordan, what did I tell Buckley at the end of the fight?
Israel Adesanya surprised fans by showing off his wrestling skills. Alright, let's jump into it. Don't forget to help me hit 80,000 followers. We're almost there. Thanks, guys.
What time you guys train tomorrow?
Tomorrow, every day, morning, 10
o'clock.
Evening, 6.
Okay.
6 to 7.
You cold plunge? You cold?
Yeah.
You got to do that every day. And then there's somebody stretching you? I use them for my camp all the time. Just have them with you.
Yeah,
Stretches you.
Guy, do not get visa.
History in combat sports, I don't respect nobody more in combat sports than the damn Russians. These guys eat, sleep, shit, fighting. That's all they do. That's all they want to talk about. They're so loyal to Khabib that, they just gotta do what he says, Because the same thing with whatever his dad said. It's almost like it's a respect thing, but.
Islam Makhachev's career is a big talking point right now as he gets ready for a historic rematch with Arman Tsarukyan at UFC 311. If Makhachev pulls it off, he'll be the first lightweight champion in UFC history to defend the belt 4 times in a row. At 33, however, he might not have much time left in the game. Coach Javier Mendez believes Makhachev could retire by 35, just like Khabib. With his financial future already secured, Makhachev may only have a few fights left before calling it quits. There's been talk about Makhachev moving up to welterweight to chase a second title, but his close friendship with current champ Belal Muhammad makes that tricky. They've both said they won't fight each other. If Muhammad keeps dominating, Makhachev might stick to defending his lightweight belt. On the other hand, featherweight champ Ilia Topuria has shown interest in moving up to challenge Makhachev. But according to coach Javier Mendez, while they respect Topuria, that fight isn't something they're really thinking about right now.
Let's see what happens, but him coming up in weight and wanting to stay at lightweight, it's a good step in the right direction versus coming up to weight then staying back down at featherweight. It doesn't really do very much for Islam. So if he fights another lightweight at lightweight, that means, okay, now people will look at him like he's a lightweight. He's a true, legit lightweight. I also was told that his coach there said he was 187, which is amazing.
He was walking around at 82 kilograms, he said.
Yeah. Islam, I don't think has ever been that heavy, So Islam, when he's in camp, training camp, when he starts camp 2 months out, Islam's about 179, 178. So the guy's a great fighter. He's got the best boxing hands in the business, I feel, best technical anyways, and he can do a lot of damage if he goes up in weight. But at the end of the day, I'm just talking. The UFC is going to make that decision what they want, and what they want is what's going to happen. So Islam is going to say yes when the UFC says this is your next contender for your title. It's going to be a yes. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves and think that Arman's going to be that easy. No, he's not. Arman's going to be a task. And we have to focus on him in order to make it easy. If we don't focus on him to make it easy, it won't be easy.
Khabib mentioned that Ilia Topuria could get a title shot against Islam Makhachev, but there's one condition. He said if Ilia Topuria beats Charles Oliveira, he'd earn a title shot, and even hinted that Topuria could take down Oliveira.
I like what Ilia Topuria is doing. I really do. I like the fact that he said, you know what, I want to go up to 155 pounds, fight the #1 contender. If he wins, and then if he wins that, then he fights Islam. I think that's good, brother. Look, listen, Ilia Topuria knocked out 2 first ballot Hall of Famers. You know what I'm saying? Volkanovski and Max Holloway. Those guys are amongst the greatest featherweights of all time. I think he deserves.
I think if he move up and he beat somebody like Dustin Poirier or Charles Oliveira, he's next on one. Why not? Because there is nobody.
So you don't think right now Ilia deserves a shot at 155 pounds?
Without fighting in 155? Without? No, I don't agree. Because Islam already give chance. People talk bad about he fight 2 times with Volkanovski, but the UFC push this fight, and this fight was good in first fight, but Why Islam have to give 3-time chance for 145 champion? Why? It's not fair for 155 pounds.
Right.
But if he move up and he beat somebody like Javier, of course.
Yeah.
And I
like that.
And I think, you know what I think?
Yeah.
I think he can beat him.
Yeah.
Right now, though, the focus is on Makhachev's upcoming fight with Tsarukyan, so it feels like it's too soon to start talking about a potential Topuria versus Makhachev fight. What do you think? Would you want to see this fight happen? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
How do you like coaching? You like it?
No,
No. Stressful? I bet.
I don't like it.
I don't know how you do it.
But I have to be here. It's like, it's gonna be a very big night for us, 18 January. Like, I have to be here, but I don't like it. I don't like this, but I have to be.
Would you make the sacrifice for your brothers?
Colby Covington broke his silence after his recent loss at UFC Tampa, sharing his thoughts on how the fight went. Looking back, he said he was just getting into his rhythm and thought the fight was tied 1-1 before he started to break his opponent down.
We're going to be back stronger than ever. This is just the beginning for me. I wasn't, at my best tonight. I came off the couch, but it was for the company. I was just getting warmed up in that fight. I think it was tied up 1-1, and I was starting to wear on him. I could see him breathing out of his mouth. I was starting to catch him on more shots. Now we're about to get the greatest president back in office. It's going to be the greatest 4 years in history. I'm so excited. This means so much to me. We're going to have world peace. We're going to have closed borders. We're going to have inflation down. This money that I made tonight is going to go farther now. I feel like it was going to be my fight in the championship round, so the doctor is the one that beat me tonight. I didn't feel like I lost to another opponent. This wasn't a full training camp. I was campaigning with Trump, getting him ready. I wasn't even in the training room. I came off the couch on 2.5 weeks notice, so.
However, fans online were quick to challenge Covington's perspective. One fan pointed out, was not 1-1 on any scorecards, dismissing Covington's claims of a close contest. Others criticized his performance, with one remarking, Colby fans should thank God for that cut. It gave Colby an excuse on why he was getting tuned up. Another quipped how it would have ended if the doctor didn't save him. Some fans suggested that the cut sustained during the fight actually worked in Covington's favor, allowing him to maintain his persona. That cut kept his gimmick alive. That was actually the best case scenario for him, one fan argued. Meanwhile, Adrian Hernandez added, that face and glasses tell a different story, buddy. Amid the criticism, fans humorously advised Covington, Colby, I think you might need to warm up a little longer next time. Veteran MMA fighter Josh Thompson has shared his thoughts on Colby Covington's underwhelming performance. Covington, who started his MMA career with the well-known American Top Team, had to leave the camp after clashing with teammates. In a breakdown on his YouTube channel, Thompson pointed out that the switch in training camps might have played a role in Covington losing his edge. Thompson explained,
but let's be honest, within 2 fights, he doesn't look like the same person. Since he's left the gym, since he left American Top Team, he doesn't look like the same person. After halfway through the first round, he was taking deep breaths. If you go back and watch, he kept going, like he was, I don't want to say he was winded. I'm simply saying that he was having a hard time catching his second win or breaking that first win.
Covington also said that after getting a cut over his eye in the first round, he was seeing triple.
When the cut happened, what happened?
Yeah, so, we came in, in close contact, and I felt like there was a headbutt, and as soon as it cut in the first round, I couldn't see. I had blurred vision. I was seeing 3 different people. I was like, fuck, which one do I punch? I didn't know what to do. I was kind of confused, but, I knew I had to keep fighting. I had to give the UFC and the fans a show, and that's what they pay their hard-earned money to come for. I'm a warrior. We're gladiators, so I'm not going to stop. I've had way worse in fights than a little cut over my eye, so it's unfortunate that the doctor stopped the fight like that, because if we're in Vegas, I know the fight gets to keep going, and I feel like I was really just starting to gain momentum. I was starting to wear on. I could see he was breathing out of his mouth. It wasn't as much volume at that point, so I feel like it was going to be my fight in the championship round. So it was an unfortunate stop, and I feel like the judges not the judges, but the doctor is the one that beat me tonight. I didn't feel like I lost to another opponent.
Covington also went live on Twitch a couple of hours ago to answer questions from fans.
Someone said it didn't look like the cut man had much experience. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't feel like they fixed the cut very well or kept the blood out of my eyes in between rounds. Usually they put Vaseline on it and I can get right back out there, but I don't know. I'm not going to blame anybody, though. I don't think you should point the blame on anybody. Take responsibility, guys. It happens. It was a fluke accident. It's fighting. That's fighting. Fighting at the highest level. What hurt more? Topuria sneaking you or Buckley's hits? Dude, Buckley's hits didn't hurt. I didn't get dropped anything. when I got hit by Jorge in the street when I wasn't looking, he sucker punched me. It's the hardest hit I've ever taken. So, you know, that's the most damage I've taken because I wasn't ready for it, you know. So, you know, it was unfortunate that he did that. You know, that's suck shit. That's coward shit. You look a man in the eyes if you have problems with him and you say what's up, but he can't look me in the eyes because he's scared. It's Lepo is what I ever consider being an analyst. Dude, of course, I would love to be an analyst for the UFC. I think that'd be a great honor. I'd have a lot of fun with it. I'd help, you know, I'd bring back and ask the questions the fans want to hear. And I have real insight because I've been in there at the highest level, won a world championship. So, yeah, definitely, I'd love to be an analyst for UFC. Anything I can do to help the company. Someone asked if John's bisexual. To be honest, he has some very fruity tendencies. I'll just put it at that. Appreciate all the support, guys. Love seeing these messages. Love seeing the chat so lively and still with me, man. We got robbed, man. We got robbed by a doctor, but doesn't mean that we stop trying. Doesn't mean we keep getting better and come back stronger. Roland, yes, the welterweight title will always be the goal. I still feel like I have the ability to achieve that. You know, Belal Muhammad is nothing special, man. I don't see anything special. He's not going to wrestle me. I'll get up. I'll get him tired. I'll strike him. So I don't think he's a good fighter. I would like to fight him before my career's done. Would I train in Vegas? Yes, I would train in Vegas. Who doesn't want to train in Vegas? Especially because the PI is there. To have the access to the PI, that'd be such a huge advantage for me. You know, God bless and shout out to the UFC Performance Institute. To be able to train there would be incredible, you know? Would love to train at the PI. Who wins, JDM or Usman? I think Usman beats him pretty easily. You know, what's his face? Gilbert was beating him pretty easily, and he got caught in the last round, so. Miami in April, yeah, that'd be sick, dude. Would love Miami in April. Colby, what's my dream fight? My dream fight? I mean, Conor's always going to be the dream fight for everybody. He's the biggest payday. He's the most notoriety, but, you know, he's accomplished the most in the sport, so that'll always be the dream fight. But it makes no difference, you know? I'm everybody's dream fight. Everybody wants to fight me. Can't fight them all, though. It's only one by one, boys. You take them on. Oh, take them all on, but you got to take them on one by one. Wait, Soldier's fight just got announced. I know, I'm excited, dude. I can't wait to see him fight in February. It's going to be exciting. Can I train with Uncle Goat or Uncle Chael? Yeah, I could definitely train with the GOAT. We'll see. It's a possibility. Damn, the chat's so lively. I love to see this, guys. Like, I want to answer everybody's questions, but it's going so fast. I'm trying to find one at a time. I can't obviously access my Wi-Fi because we're in Bahamas, so I'm looking directly off to find you guys. What do I want next? I want a rematch, guys. I said that. I agree. I would destroy Bumlaw. He put a pager around his ankle to get out of his last fight and exploded on his toe, so that's why he backed out. Someone asked Atlas Jordan, what did I tell Buckley at the end of the fight? I just said, good job, man. But you know, it wasn't over, and I told him good luck on his career, and hopefully I see him again.
Israel Adesanya is going all out to get ready for his fight against Nasruddin Imavov, showing off his improved wrestling skills in recent training clips. The former UFC middleweight champ, best known for his top-tier striking, seems focused on improving his grappling, an area opponents have targeted in the past. Fans have had mixed reactions to the footage, with some expressing concern about whether Adesanya's wrestling improvements will be enough against a tough opponent like Imavov. He better be ready, or otherwise it will be a long night, one fan commented. At 35 years old, his age has also sparked discussion among fans. Crazy to believe he is 35 now. I still think he gets it done, wrote another fan, reflecting optimism about Adesanya's chances. Others praised his work ethic and commitment, with one noting, respect for Izzy. He's a superstar, got all the money, and still going hard at 35. The stakes are high for Adesanya, who is in dire need of a victory to re-establish himself as a top contender. So what's your prediction? Who do you think will win? Let us know in the comments. That's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We're so close to reaching 80,000 subscribers. Thanks for the support.